and welcome to Something Witchy, a Sabrina the Teenage Witch rewatch podcast. I'm Lara Cotter.
And I'm Sky Orchard.
And we are both barely hanging in there today. I got my COVID and flu shots yesterday. Plus, I've been taking Tylenol today to help deal with my sore arm, so I'm probably going to drop dead
Tylenol.
at any moment. I mean, I have yet to get autism from Tylenol, and I'm kind of bummed about that. So, at least not that I've been diagnosed with. We'll preface it with that.
How does it feel to be neurotypical, Laura?
I mean, well, does my anxiety mean I'm neurotypical? I don't
know where those fall in.
I'm definitely like, I've met people without anxiety, and I don't understand how those people function in life. It's like I'm speaking a completely different language than them. I don't know how people who don't overthink and have anxiety about every decision in their life manage.
Must be peaceful.
It must be. Like, imagine how many other things you could think about if your mental energy wasn't spent. I could probably like solve world hunger if I didn't have anxiety.
You could figure out cold fusion where Zelda could not.
Seriously. All right, so we're gonna get through today.
Oh yes, I have severe allergies as well right now.
Yes.
So, and no medication.
It's a fun episode. I do like the episode. It may not be as peppy as usual. We'll see. Guy will be sneezing. I will be coughing and groaning, and Mabel will be in the background meowing.
Hopefully it's all edited out, but we'll see.
Leave it in. Let it be part of the experience. Our question of the week. What would be your band name?
You know, when you first warned me about this being the question, I did go and look up all those cheesy, like, choose your first initial, and then your favorite color, and then your birth month, and they were all weird. Then I actually did some reflecting. I was like, what kind of band would I want to be in? And at the end of the day, I'm just a dark and twisty human, so you know it would be like emo going full on.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, okay, what speaks to my soul? And then I think it has to be one of my favorite catchphrases, live, laugh, toaster Beth.
That's a good band name. I like that one. Because my brain can only think about how gross I feel, I cheated and used ChatGPT. And the prompt I gave it was, based on everything you've learned about me, give me 5 band names you would suggest. I got really hung up on fry sauce. So I'll give you my 3 favorite ones. From my least favorite to my most favorite. So this one is not a fry sauce one, but it's called Probably Cursed.
Nice.
The reason it chose this for me was because it's self-deprecating, spooky, and hilarious. The next one it chose for me was Fry Sauce Caucus, because it said, you like fry sauce. And then I also talked about my experience going to a political caucus before. Those two together equal chaotic perfection. Like, Fry Sauce Caucus is fun. My favorite one, though, is Fry Sauce Fatality.
That's a good one.
Which sounds like a fantastic name for a punk band. And it said that it chose this one because it was playful, weird, and a little unhinged, just like threatening Sky over fry sauce.
Are you just giving ChatGPT everything? I'd be concerned that you're training the model on me.
It gets a lot because I don't have time, and I know I'm ruining the earth, but you know what? Compared to billionaires and their jet planes, I am a small little drop in the ruining of the earth ocean. Let's talk about this episode. I have a lot. This is going to be a little bit of a long introduction, so stick with it because there's some fun facts towards the end. Oh, this is season 2, episode 18, by the way. I haven't said that yet. Oh, also, happy 1-year anniversary, Sky.
We made it for reals this time.
That was
unlike last week.
I meant to post about it yesterday. Again, I got a COVID and flu shot and I've been very, very tired. So I'll post about it probably tomorrow. But I was thinking, since it is the 1-year anniversary and the 1-year anniversary is a paper anniversary. And at first I was going to have FedEx near you print out a poster of the penguins with the taxonomy on it, but then it wouldn't be ready for Monday, and I was going to text Jill to see if she could go pick it up. And then I was like, I don't have the energy to deal with this because the formatting kept being weird. So this is what I thought would be maybe a better anniversary gift, not to each other, but to the listeners who have been with us. So when I make the post for our anniversary on Instagram, if you want to, you can either leave a comment or you can email us and tell us like your favorite thing over the past year. We'll pick a few people and we'll mail out card versions, like postcard versions of the posters I've made.
Nice.
I haven't talked this over with Sky before. I'm just now throwing it out there and assuming Sky's going to agree with me.
I mean, sure.
So like we'll put some sort of deadline on it, like give you guys a couple weeks. But yeah, so So go to our social media, or you can email us at somethingwhatshepod@gmail.com and tell us what's been fun about this past year, and maybe we'll send you a little anniversary gift.
Tell us which of the posters is your favorite as well, so we're not guessing.
Everybody loves the drugs poster. Based on the polls I've done before, I think that's most people's favorite one.
Everyone gets some drugs, it sounds like.
I was just going to print out like one of each and like randomly select. But if you want to be that particular, yes, you can tell us which poster is your favorite and we'll get you the card of that poster. So this is season 2, episode 18. Once again, it is called the band episode. And the Sabrina wiki was like, this is a play on words, like the word band, like banned books, and the band word band play. I'm like, nah, okay. You didn't do your job.
I know, I just realized that, and I'm pulling it up now.
Okay, I'm going to read this then. The TV guide description. Some bottled talent drinks make Sabrina's band, parentheses, Harvey and Valerie, very hot, but also ruins their friendships.
I really just don't do the job so that I can dramatically read this here.
Are you going to leave in the pause?
Yep. Egos soar out of control when Sabrina uses magic to become a rock star.
Oh, that one's better.
Those egos are soaring.
That one wins hands down. It originally aired on February 27th, 1998, directed by returning director Peter Baldwin, written by Nick Bakay, and we have quite a list of guest stars, which I feel like we haven't had for a minute. First up, Sherman Howard as Dr. Turlington. How much did you enjoy that name, Sky?
It's too long.
It got repetitive.
Yeah.
He was in things like Day of the Dead, Seinfeld, Lethal Weapon 2, Batman Beyond, and the Mummy TV series?
Oh, yeah. The animated, right?
I don't know. I didn't know there was a Mummy TV series.
There's a little animated one. I watched something you didn't.
I mean, that's not rare.
I mean,
I'm more TV, you're more movies, I think.
I watched a TV thing you haven't watched.
That's true.
That's why I did a little happy song and I moved my knees in a dance.
Proud of you. We have John Ducey as Dwayne Kraft, who will be returning in season 7 as a completely different recurring character. He was also in Scrubs, Two Guys, a Girl, and a Pizza Place, and Party of Five. We have the Backstreet Boys. Nick Carter, Howie Doro. I did not know that was Howie's last name. I've never known Howie's last name. I've known all the other ones, never Howie's. Brian Luttrell, AJ McLean, and Kevin Richardson. And I am very jealous because my sister's going to go see them in Vegas. And man, I want to go see them in Vegas.
At the Sphere?
Yes, it looks so cool. Have you seen the videos? Looks so cool. We have Jay Herrick as the presenter. He was in Modern Family, ER, Madam Secretary, 2.5 Men, New Girl, The Young and the Restless, and Boy Meets World. Anthony Russell as the manager from Norbit, Casino, The Black Dahlia, Bugsy, Scrubs, and The Office. James Fields as Student Rhodey. I don't know who this kid is.
I don't know if I noticed any texts in the background.
Would have been somebody who had a speaking role.
Huh.
I wonder if it was towards the beginning. He was also in Sabrina Goes to Rome and a bunch of Dragon Ball Z stuff, including video games. Hillary Pennington is Sunset, and this is her only credit. Gil Christner is customer number 1 from The Bernie Mac Show, Chicago Hope, Desperate Housewives, That's So Raven, Buffy, and The West Wing. John Voldstad is customer number 2 from Leprechaun, Newhart, Forrest Gump, Coach, and Home Improvement. Benjamin Brown is customer number 3 from Liar Liar, I Still Know What You Did Last Summer, Law and Order, General Hospital, The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, ER, and Fired Up. Diane St. Marie is customer number 4 from Gremlins 2, Saved by the Bell, The New Class, Sister Sister, Days of Our Lives, and then nothing after this episode is Sabrina. Alitza Navarro is band girl number 1, and she is uncredited. She is from the band Nobody's Angel, who sang songs for the Pokemon movie, the Parent Trap movie with Lindsay Lohan, was on an episode of Boy Meets World, and she now is the singer for Twinkle Time Kids songs. And Crystal Lett is band girl number 2, also uncredited, from City Guys, Shacked Up, Wild Roomies, and Guys Like Us. Okay, this is where our fun fact starts. In 1995, Jenna Lee Green was part of a girl group called Zoom. There is only one website you can find anything about this group on. You can Google search them. There's only one website that comes up. There's no information about what songs they sang, but there's information about the group itself. So it is American-based Japanese girl group, active from 1995 to 1999. Jenna was there from 95 to 96. When she left, she was replaced by Jenny Kwan, who was there from 97 to 99, who then left to join Nobody's Angel. And also Alitza Navarro was part of Zoom from 95 to 97, and she left to join Nobody's Angel. So 2 of the 4 Nobody's Angels girls came from this Zoom group that existed for 4 years, apparently, but there's no information about them.
And for those of you who might not have actors' names memorized, Jenna is Libby.
Oh, I assume people would know that.
It took me a moment, so thought I'd share in case other people were having a moment.
Thank you. The other piece of trivia, Sky, did you notice anything about the Salem in this episode?
I noticed he did a cute little smile with his puppet mouth at one point.
So, beginning with this episode, we have a new Salem the cat puppet.
Ooh.
So, the previous company was Animal Makers, and they were fired from the show.
Oh.
So from here on out, the Salem puppets are produced by Chiodo Brothers. It looked less haggard. Once I knew to look for it.
And it can do a cute little, almost Kermit-y smile.
Its eyes were different in the blinking. But again, I was looking specifically for it. All right, what were your overall thoughts, Sky?
I've missed Libby. It was great to have Libby back. She had some great one-liners. Fun play on how the Backstreet Boys were incorporated. Didn't see that coming. Zelda's storyline just sort of felt fillery.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yes, it helps teach the lesson of the week, I guess.
But, like, it also kind of doesn't at the end.
Fun overall. Great Libby episode, once again.
Yeah, I think the A storyline is fun. I definitely thought there was more to it than it was. Like, I didn't realize it takes place over, like, 2 days, basically 3 days.
Yeah.
Our cold open. Sabrina is eating breakfast, and Zelda notices that Hilda isn't back from her audition yet. Zelda really hopes she gets it, and so does Sabrina, but for more selfish reasons. Zelda reminisces about Vienna in the 1700s and the classical music scene.
Salem chimes in with, "And you were never ostracized for eating a dead rat in public."
So, was Salem human in the 1700s?
That is a great question. I did not catch on to that.
Because I feel like he just got sentenced to his 100 years as a cat like a couple decades ago.
Yeah, because it was around Vietnam time, right? That he was doing takeover?
Yeah. So, was he a human man eating a dead rat in public? Or has he been turned into a cat more than once?
Great questions with no answers.
No answers. I don't know which one is better. Sabrina is sure Hilda got the job, but just then a violin comes flying through the air and is stabbed by its bow. Our outfit intro is Sabrina in a pink bunny outfit saying, "Should I get my ears pierced?" They're getting lazy with these.
They are.
They're getting worse. Harvey tells Sabrina and Valerie that the school is having a battle of the bands and he signed them up. Sabrina didn't know they were a band. She and Valerie immediately start planning outfits, dance moves, and lighting, getting excited. And I was like, oh, Sky would get excited about the lighting.
I'd get excited about the tech and the sound.
And the sound. But then they realize none of them know how to play an instrument. And this is a continuity error because in season 1, Mars Attracts, Harvey is waiting for Sabrina to call him and he's playing the guitar. And then in Dream Date, Sabrina asks him if he can play an instrument and Harvey says he can play the bassoon. And I couldn't pronounce bassoon in that episode.
It's true. And like when Sabrina drinks the flat potion, she's like all croaky. "Excuse me, you saying shake your fammy whammy just fine." Fanny whammy?
Whammy Fanny.
I'll never get that right.
The whammy is the descriptor of the Fanny. Zelda comes into the kitchen proclaiming that she's close to a scientific breakthrough with cold fusion. She just needs a formula patented by Dr. Turdlington, but she had to compete with him for an Other Realm research grant. She has a flashback to what appears the 1920s where Dr. Turdlington is announced as the winner of the award and he pompously accepts. And Zelda's proposal was polymers, more uses than you think. And I really liked her old-timey outfit.
I mean, polymers do have a lot of uses.
They sure do. So Zelda summons a whoopee cushion onto his chair, causing a fart noise when he sits back down. Back in the present, she realizes she needs him.
"Tell him that you changed your medication and you're feeling better. Always works for me," chimes in Hilda.
Hilda is off to another audition. Hilda is playing violin in a restaurant and gets the job as the strolling fiddler. And I was like, do we think Caroline can actually play the violin?
It's very convincing fake playing if she can't.
Like, maybe she's not like, symphony level, but she knows enough to at least fake it pretty well. If we ever meet her again, that's what we'll ask her.
We'll definitely remember to ask.
So remember. Sabrina, Valerie, and Harvey are playing their new instruments in Sabrina's room badly. Zelda comes in alarmed by the noise and tells them to stay in school. And that part was cut out in Pluto TV. Did you see that in Paramount?
Saw it in Paramount. That's weird that they cut it.
It was just them playing really badly and then ended. Also, where did those instruments come from? How did they buy them? How did they get them upstairs? Did Sabrina zap them in?
I don't know. She's very casual with her magic this episode.
Sure is. Libby comes by their table in the cafeteria to brag about her band with the cheerleaders and how they're going to win.
Well, if it isn't the Electric Freak Orchestra.
Cheerleaders always win and freaks always lose. Sabrina does not want to lose to Libby and says they have to get good soon. Valerie is confused by the statement that they're not good. Zelda is graciously thanking Dr. Turtlington on the phone and agrees to see him soon. She hangs up and celebrates by kissing Salem on the head, who does not understand what cold fusion is.
And for Salem's benefit, cold fusion is a very hypothetical nuclear reaction that would occur at or near room temperature. Meanwhile, the stars, hydrogen bombs, etc. use hot fusion, very, very millions of degrees hot. Close to home, though, in 1989, two electrochemists from the University of Utah, Martin Fleischmann and Stanley Pons, reported that their heavy water-based apparatus was producing anomalous heat of a magnitude they asserted would defy explanation except in the terms of nuclear processes. Many scientists tried to replicate the experiment to no success. And so cold fusion is still just a scientist's dream.
Definitely won't find out about it in the near future in this country. Hilda, dressed in a Western outfit, offers to play Mozart or Chopin for a table of two men at the restaurant. They request turkey in the straw instead. She reluctantly plays, and everyone in the restaurant nods along. Sabrina and co. are rehearsing in the gym, and it sounds awful. Libby and her team go on next. And there are more feathers. There are so many feathers in this episode.
Libby walks past with I hope someone brought some baking soda because it stinks in here. Oh, look, it's just Sabrina's band.
Libby's so good this episode.
Truly. Missed her.
Libby's band is actually really good. Sabrina and friends are concerned. Harvey says it makes you wonder if Hitler was actually a good painter. And I was like, whoa, Harvey just called Libby Hitler. Whereas in last season, he was so oblivious to all of her insults. So apparently Libby's moved past trying to get with Harvey and is now just fully insulting him as well. And he's actually realizing it.
Look at that growth.
Good job, Harvey. Losing your innocence. Zelda is trying to give Sabrina a pep talk, but it doesn't really work. The doorbell to the linen closet rings. She tells Sabrina, you need to be careful how you treat people, even rotten ones, because you might regret it one day. Zelda answers the door to Dr. Turtlington, who hands her a whoopee cushion, then returns to the linen closet and closes the door. Hilda is still playing in the restaurant, saying it's worse than giving Henry VIII a sponge bath. Sabrina is at the lab top with Salem, bottling talent. She creates a 6-pack of bottled talent, and Salem agrees not to tell the aunts just as Hilda walks in, complaining about her job. Sabrina hides the bottles behind her back, but Hilda is too upset by the lack of appreciation for her music to notice. Sabrina excuses herself, and Hilda eyes the laptop, deciding to make a seasoning that will change the musical taste of her customers. Salem, again, agrees not to say anything. Mr. Kraft announces that he will not be judging the band contest tonight. Libby is upset. Instead, it will be judged by his nephew, who produces the cable TV showcase for local bands. Sabrina is upset that he's still related to Mr. Kraft.
Local as in local in the county or to Westbridge? Because Westbridge doesn't seem that big.
No, he says he produces Westbridge's only cable TV showcase for local bands. Maybe it's like a Provo. Like Provo has a lot of local bands.
Maybe
it's a particularly musical part of Massachusetts.
Musical Massachusetts.
Hey, Massachusetts, where are all your local bands from? What city?
Does it happen to be Westbridge?
I don't think Westbridge is a real place.
Well, then we're being lied to somewhere.
Zelda is walking downstairs with Dr. Turtlington, thanking him for hearing her out. He repeats that he just wants her to apologize. Everyone is dancing to Libby's band and claps loudly when they finish. And there are so many tiny clips in their hair and a lot more feathers on their outfits.
Also in this scene, Valerie has the very classic crimped hair.
Oh, I had a crimper and a waver.
So bad for our hair.
That's fine. I had a huge crush on Harvey in his band outfit back in the day. The really tight shirt and the leather or pleather pants.
Pleather camo.
Camo's in the next one or in the next day. Yeah. Libby's band's name is the Libby Chesler Generation. Harvey wonders if they should have taken lessons. Sabrina, Valerie, and Harvey are up next.
Follow that, Freaka McIntyre, says Libby.
Sabrina pulls out the bottles and gives each of them one to drink. There's a magical ping as they take a sip. Mr. Kraft announces their band, entry number 5. They start playing one way or another perfectly. And this is a song by Debbie Harry, aka Blondie, who in our very first episode was Cassandra on the Witches Council. Also, this song, as sung by Melissa Joan Hart, will be featured on the Sabrina CD that will come out next season that I own. Nice. And maybe we do a podcast episode where we just recap the songs on the Sabrina CD. Everyone is dancing and cheering for them except Libby and her band. They end up winning. Dwayne Kraft congratulates them and invites them onto his show, to which Valerie and Harvey eagerly agree. Sabrina comes home and announces to Zelda that they won, and she should have seen the look on Libby's face. Zelda hopes she remembers what she said about being mean to people. As Sabrina goes upstairs, Dr. Turdlington comes in and insists Zelda sits on a whoopee cushion yet again. And I was like, are we getting into fetish territory? Those weird people who pay to watch women sit on things. Everything about Dr. Turdlington is disturbing.
Well, with a name like Turdlington,
you don't have much of a choice, yeah. We get a montage, because this is the season of montages and feathers. We get a montage of Harvey, Valerie, and Sabrina being chased through the halls by fans, having boys fight over carrying Valerie's books, people moving out of the way so Sabrina can use the drinking fountain, girls screaming over holding Harvey's dirty lunch tray, and all of them walking down the hallways with sunglasses and entourages. And there are 2 new posters. There's one that's a poster with the earth on it and says recycle a bunch of times. And then there was an American flag poster that I couldn't get to pause at the exact right spot to see what it was about. But it looked cartoony. Valerie and Harvey are arguing over a song Valerie wrote in the cafeteria while Harvey pitches his new costumes ideas, which is where Valerie and Sabrina will wear brown leotards that look like worms to comment on an asexual society, and he is the love being, not bean, like I thought it was at first, not B-E-A-N, B-E-I-N-G, according to the captions, signified by goat ears and spandex vestments. Go, Harvey.
I don't think Harvey's that deep.
Apparently talented band Harvey is. They all start fighting and yelling at each other.
Harvey has quite the temporary tattoos he decided to paste on once he became famous.
Valerie also has like one of those tribal armband things. Hilda is adding her seasoning to the customer's food and they request Wagner music. She happily complies. Sabrina is reading Valerie's song lyrics to Salem, who is disgusted by them.
Would you be terribly upset if I threw up in one of your shoes?
Have your cats ever thrown up in your shoes?
Not in my shoes.
Salem suggests Sabrina call Harvey and talk things over. Sabrina calls him, but he quickly puts her on hold, and he is wearing his goat ears. He comes back briefly, but tries to put her on hold again. Unfortunately, he's still on the line with Sabrina, who hears him say that he needs to dump Sabrina so he can talk to the other girl. Sabrina yells at him and hangs up the phone. She regrets giving them the talent. It's ruining their friendship. Salem also points out that maybe she feels bad because Libby deserved to win. He then suggests taking the fizz out of the talent to reverse the spell. If they take a sip of flat talent, they go flat too. Sabrina uncaps 2 bottles to go flat, and Salem calls her out about not doing one for herself. She reluctantly agrees to open another one. And I think there's new artwork by Sabrina's bed in this scene. Like, as you're looking at it to the left of her bed.
I would just like to point out right now, because of Salem and because of earlier math, when they first got talent, that was 3 bottles. Sabrina opened 2, but now it is implied she opened the 3rd, so the 6-pack has been used.
But then they also kind of shared at the beginning.
They each had a bottle.
Maybe they recap the initial ones, and then she put one of the initial ones down on the ground at the cafeteria when they went to go sing. And so because that's been recapped and it's just been a day,
the Backstreet Boys were able to become talented.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
I'm too tired. I'm too sore.
Can't do math in these conditions.
Can't try to reason the logic of this illogical show. Sabrina arrives at the school for her show and runs into Libby.
Sabrina asks if she's here for the show, and Libby says she left her jacket behind and has a date, which is the only reason why she is here, and has the lovely quip of, I go to the carnival when I want to see sideshow oddities. Sabrina sets out the drinks, hoping she won't need them, but Valerie arrives and immediately kills that thought. And
is asking about the blackened tuna papaya hummus. Is that a thing you would eat, Sky?
No. And I know I've said I will eat things, and I'm going to eat the asparagus this week. I draw the line at eating actual fish.
I will not hold you to the blackened tuna papaya hummus.
Thank you.
Which sounds like 4 things that don't belong together.
Fish are friends, not food.
Valerie refuses to drink one of the sodas, and she's wearing more feathers. Sabrina leads by taking a sip first. Valerie looks like she's considering it, but Harvey arrives with sunset and her tambourine. I loved the outfits in this episode. Like, I know we got that award nomination for the third Ant from the Sun. I feel like this one could have been another award nomination. They were so good, even if there were a ton of feathers in this episode.
And no creepy clowns in this one.
No clowns, not a single clown. Speaking of clowns, really quickly, because I've been wanting to tell somebody this for the whole day since I've discovered it. All American Rejects came out with a new song called Search Party. And I was listening to it and I'm like, oh, I don't know if I really am into this. And then it gets to the chorus and the chorus goes, I brought a clown to your search party and he even had balloons.
I have not listened to their new song yet, but I will have to.
Just came out and I've been dying over it. And the music video is like them in a video game and it's pretty fun too. But yeah, I'm at your search party and I brought the clown.
Amazing. Oh, also, if you're listening to this on release day, it's October 3rd. So happy Taylor Swift newest album release day as well. Actually, maybe we won't get as many listeners on the 3rd, which I'd understand. Given our demographics on our Instagram, who tells me that we're mostly hitting 20 to 35-year-old women, I want to think that the Venn diagram is pretty big. that overlap middle part. It's a circle.
Not quite a circle. I think there's a little bit. I keep getting references to October 3rd on my Instagram. And I'm like, what is happening? October? I'm like, is this like another rapture? What's happening? And then I'm like, oh, Taylor Swift. Okay. I have to always read the hashtag.
Musical rapture.
What if that actually is the rapture day and nobody gets to hear the album?
There were a lot of great memes being like, of course the rapture will happen before we can listen to this.
Of course, because people are more clever than I am. They start arguing again, and Sabrina tries to get them to drink the sodas, but Harvey declines. Dwayne arrives and says he thinks they have what it takes to go statewide. Sabrina starts to consider removing their talent later and turns around to talk to Harvey and Valerie, but they have already had a drink from the flat soda because apparently this hummus was also very spicy. Valerie can't remember how to hold a guitar. The customers at Hilda's restaurant are complaining about the menu to the owner due to the seasoning she's given them. Sabrina and co. are doing a dress rehearsal and immediately sound terrible. Mr. Kraft arrives and tells them they have to sound good because his nephew put his butt on the line for this, and Mr. Kraft is currently living with his sister, Dwayne's mother, which I thought he was living with his grandmother in the first date that he went on with Hilda, or one of the dates he went on with Hilda.
He's either moved up in life or moved down in life.
I'm thinking the relatives pass him around. As one gets sick of him, he has to go to a different relative.
I like that.
Sabrina looks unsure, and Valerie and Harvey come up to discuss their sudden lack of talent. Sabrina tries to brainstorm something as Harvey goes to help Valerie. And Valerie says, you'd think I'd be good at failure, but it's just another thing I failed to master.
Oh, Valerie.
I know that's another one of her, like, mopey, but that one was a good line. Sabrina brainstorms and realizes Libby can sing. She summons Libby, brushing her teeth, from the girls' bathroom and asks for a favor. Zelda is making phone calls saying, Dr. Turlinger is a hero, Zelda Spellman is a 0. She tells him she's through apologizing. Either he can give her the formula or he can go. He admits he's always liked her, and she is caught off guard by this. She also admits she's always admired his mind. He asks her out to dinner, and she agrees. And she is wearing fur, not feathers, but I lumped it into the same category. Fuzzy things. Sabrina asks Libby to sing for her. Libby agrees, but only because she loves to sing, and Sabrina starts over-complimenting her. The customers in the restaurant are revolting against the food and all leave. Hilda asks if the owner would like to hear a little Vivaldi, but with customers, they don't need a fiddler, and he fires her. Sabrina, Valerie, and Harvey are playing their instruments while Libby sings her song from the Battle of the Bands. Okay, they don't have their talent anymore. They couldn't play the one song they did know. How did they learn an entirely different song when they didn't remember how to hold guitars and then play it well enough for that song?
Very great question. Maybe lingering after effects, but also Sabrina had drank the soda And then all of a sudden she's like, oh, we need to wait and drink this until after. And it's like, girl, you can't play that guitar anymore. Though apparently she can.
I guess she could have found the leftover bottle that the Backstreet Boys found. Drink that.
Conveniently finds it.
So somehow, miraculously, they play their instruments well enough for this brand new song they've never played before. And I did search for this song, at least the lyrics of it, and no search engine could find this song. So I don't think it's a real song. Everyone claps loudly at the end. Mr. Kraft admits to Sabrina that it was a good save, even if it was suspicious. Libby insults Sabrina as she walks off stage. Zelda and Dr. Turlinger, which I just wrote as Dr. T because I got tired by this point, are talking and laughing when he stops and kisses her. He had been saying, if the waiter wants that 9% tip, everything has to be perfect.
What a dick.
Zelda is so lowering her standards here. She opens the linen closet for him to leave, and she asks for the formula, but he tells her that she'll never get it. She asks why he put her through such misery, and he says it was for revenge. He asks her to dinner next Tuesday, but she refuses, shuts the door, and zaps his pants off. Harvey, Sabrina, and Valerie are apologizing to each other and wondering what went wrong. When Sabrina gets home, she realizes there's only 5 bottles of talent. Where did the last one go? And all the bottles were empty, and none of them drank an entire bottle. So did she dump it out? Are there some very talented fish now? Imagine just walking by, like going for a walk past a river, and you hear fish singing Blondie songs. It's mermaids!
Or sirens.
Or sirens. Some guys are playing basketball in the gym and pass around the last bottle of talent. Why would you just drink a bottle that you found on the floor of the high school gymnasium?
These are not teenagers, but they're playing in a high school gymnasium, so...
Yeah, that is...
teenage mentality.
All right. Suddenly, they start singing As Long As You Love Me. And we had a little commercial break right here on Pluto TV. And it was a Little Caesars commercial. And a football player was riding a taxidermy deer.
Wow.
And I was like, is this in my brain? Or is this real? And it's real.
Is this the real life? Is it fantasy? Caught in a landslide? No escape from reality.
I wish I had an escape from reality. All right, we're almost there. Our end tag. Backstreet Boys are performing as everyone dances in the gym. Suddenly, Quizmaster shows up and asks how come they didn't win.
You're welcome for the talent, Backstreet Boys.
Our next episode is Season 2, Episode 19, When Teens Collide. Sky, what's it about?
Teenagers colliding. Sabrina and Libby are going to get stuck together and become some sort of amoeba-like creature, and then they're going to have to be ripped apart.
That turned violent.
How else do you separate?
We already had a stuck together episode, kind of.
Kind of, but not like an amoeba-like creature.
Well, find out next week if Sky is right, if I haven't died by then. In the meantime, please like, share, rate, or subscribe to this podcast. Tell other people about it. We would love that. You can email us at somethingwitchypod@gmail.com, and you can follow us on Instagram at somethingwitchypod and TikTok at something.witchy.pod. Until next time,
stay magical.